Hi, this is Vanessa with Designs by Vanessa. In this quick video, we are learning how to crochet the shell stitch. Okay, so for materials, I'm going to show you what I used for the baby blanket that I made. This is category 6 super bulky weight yarn. So it's by Yarn Inspirations, Karen, and it's Sprinkle Cakes. So it's category 6 again, super bulky, and the color is vanilla bean. Okay, and you will need a crochet hook. I'm using a 10mm crochet hook for my super bulky weight yarn. And you'll need a pair of scissors and also a tapestry needle to weave in your ends. Okay, all right, so let's get started. Again, I'm making a baby blanket with the shell stitch, and I'm not doing anything different. I'm just working the shell stitch back and forth, and I'm not even going to add a border. Okay, so if you wanted to make a blanket, you could just use this stitch, just measure it for as long as you want the size. Okay, so start with the slip knot. So for the shell stitch, you're going to chain in multiples of 6 stitches. Okay, I'm going to make a little sample, so I'm not going to make a big piece. So go ahead and chain in multiples of 6 plus 2. Okay, so I have 18 chain stitches, and I'm going to chain the 2. Okay, so don't forget the plus 2 stitches at the end. Now you're going to, this is your first stitch, that's your second. You're going to work your first stitch in the second chain from the hook. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, with 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. So that's a single crochet. So now the repeat is skip 2 stitches and work 5 double crochets into the next. So the third stitch, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and then pull through 2. So that's 1 double crochet. You want to work 4 more double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, so I have 4 double crochets. I'll work my last double crochet into the same stitch. Now you want to skip the next 2. So skip 1, 2, so that one and that one. And then into the third one, you want to work 1 single crochet. Okay, so now you're going to repeat that. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and work 5 double crochets in the next chain stitch. Okay, so here's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in the same stitch, and 3. Okay, now we want to work 4, and then 1 more double crochet into that same stitch. Okay, so now we're going to skip 2 and then 1 single crochet in the next. Okay, so repeat that. Okay, so I'm at the end of the row. You want to skip 2, and then the last stitch you want to work your single crochet. Okay, for this first row I have 3 shells. Okay, so there's 2, 3. So now let's get started on row 2. So you want to chain 3 and turn your work. So the chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So that's the first one. So you want to work 2 double crochets into the same stitch so that you have 3 double crochet stitches. So you're working half a shell on the side because you're working into the single crochet stitch from the previous row. Okay, so there's 3, so that's sort of like a half shell. Okay, so now you want to skip 2 and then work 1 single crochet on the top of the shell. So that's the middle stitch from the previous row of the shell. So 1 single crochet. Now you're going to skip 2 and then into the third, which is the single crochet from the previous row. You want to work your 5 double crochet to make your shell stitch. So you're working the shell stitches in between the previous shell stitches. Okay, so where you have your single crochets from before, that's where you work your 5 double crochets. Okay, and then you work your single crochet in the middle of your previous shell stitch. Okay, so 1 more double crochet. Oops. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 and then 1 single crochet into the next, which is the middle stitch from your previous. Skip 2 and 5 double crochets into the next, which was your previous single crochet. All right, skip 2, 1 single crochet, and then this is your last stitch here. So after you skip the 2, you want to work just 3. So you want it to be the same as the starting of your row. So we skip 2 and then you just want to work 3 double crochets into the last stitch. So you just want to work half a shell into the very last stitch. Okay, so here's my third. Whoops. Okay, so now we're done with row 2. So if you look, the row 2 shell stitches are in between the first, the shell stitches on the first row. Okay, so there's 1 more row repeat. So let's start row 3. So you want to chain 1 and turn your work. So in the last row we started with a double crochet, so we're going to start with a single crochet into the same stitch. So 1 single crochet into the same stitch as your chain 1, skip 2, and then work 5 double crochets into the next stitch. Okay, so this is my 5th double crochet, skip 2 and 1 single crochet in the next. Okay, so that's the repeat. So go ahead and skip 2, work 5 into the next, skip 2 and work 1 single crochet into the next. Repeat that all the way to the end. Okay, so that's my 5th double crochet, skip 2, and then for the last stitch you're going to work into the 3rd chain from the beginning chain 3 on the previous row. So you want to insert your hook in the 3rd chain and work your single crochet. Okay, so there you have it, your 3rd row. So you're just going to repeat rows 2 and 3 until you're happy with the height of your work. For my blanket, of course, I made it wider, and then I just kept going until I was happy with the size. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like my video and don't forget to subscribe.